Hello, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 3. It's hard to believe. And I'm Marina, one of your hosts, and we have Tracy here, two friends from friggin' early 90s. And what are we going to talk about today, Tracy?
Oh my gosh, welcome back. This week we are going to dive in to a Vertigo and being hungover. We're also going to talk about our first car, our first job, and our first concert. So that'll be lots of fun. And then we're going to end this segment off talking about our fabulous finds this week. So as I yawn and
Oh, yeah.
as I yawn and eating cucumber because I hear this is the cure to eat cucumber and ice cold water to stop yawning because I am the one that's a little hungover today.
I actually have never heard of that. So did you just Google to figure that out with the cucumbers?
Yes,
Okay, well, let's see if it works because you've been yawning like crazy.
I know.
Why are you so tired? No, really, you had a crazy week. Why
I
are
did have a
you
crazy
so
weekend. I had a
tired?
Halloween party on Friday night, which was late. Like a party on a Friday night is challenging as well because everyone's just so tired from the week. Dressed
Yeah,
up, did a huge cheese
should people
board
have
and
parties on
pardon?
Friday nights?
Friday
Sorry,
night parties.
I know. Yay or nay? It's tough.
I mean, I like to go out on a Friday night. I'll go out any night. It was hard because it was just such a busy week.
Yeah.
And like we discussed in our last episode, my weekends are a little calmer. This weekend was crazy. So Friday night party, Saturday night dinner with a girlfriend that turned into very late night. So I'm not feeling very well today.
Like
So
late as in like midnight.
yeah, midnight.
So isn't that funny? Like late now is midnight.
I know.
A good, early dinner in bed by 9:30 is like where I want to be these days.
Yes.
So 12 was late. I totally agree with you.
Yes. It was late. Well, I mean, I didn't start till 7:30, so
Which is late
which is
to
very late for me.
start. No,
I was
I'm
like, when
joking.
are we going? So I'm dealing with being hungover and you are dealing with
Vertigo.
craziness.
So
I didn't know this about you.
you didn't?
I didn't know that.
Oh my goodness. So I suffer from extreme motion sickness. So Wednesday night we went to a concert up at the Greek Theater, and it took an hour and 45 minutes to get there, and it was stop and go traffic. I have never been more sick in my life. And
Girl.
my friend just kept saying to me, I can't believe you don't have a plan because I didn't have garbage bags or barf bags or so long story short, she had a bunch of the doggy like pick up your poop. I filled those things 6 times.
Gross.
It's
Oh,
so
so what
gross.
causes this and what do you so then that happened and then you were out last night and you were nervous that you were going to continue feeling this because you were driving again, correct?
Yeah. So
Okay.
last night we went to the most amazing concert, Imagine Dragons, and I couldn't believe what a mixture of like adults and kids, a lot of kids. But yes, Hollywood Bowl is an hour away. I was terrified because we're all going on a party bus with like friends and their kids. And so I put a patch on for motion sickness, and it did say the side effects are either like short-term blindness, dizziness, I don't know. So but I was so worried about being sick that I put the patch on, and so right now I can't read my phone, I can't read my notes, and you're a beautiful blurb. Or blur, not a blurb, a blur,
Blurb,
a
a
beautiful
blur. I'll take
blur.
it. I'll take
um
it.
yeah,
So
so
these
I
patches help. So where did you get these patches? Like where
we
are these
had to
patches?
we order them from a doctor. It's a prescription, and we use them like if the kids need
Oh,
to go on a boat or
yeah.
because they've inherited. I will get sick standing on a dock. I've gotten sick paddleboarding. I just get sick. In London, when Tony and I, well, I'm not even going to share that story because it's super embarrassing. No, I'll share. I basically threw up and peed my pants because it's
Oh,
so aggressive when I get sick.
eek. So these
But I need a
patches help.
plan.
These
Pardon?
patches help and you can get them from your doctor.
Yes. So the
Okay.
patches helped, but I must have rubbed my eyes because now I can't see. And so I Googled that this could last 2 days.
But you wore it to bed. You didn't take it off.
I should have taken it off. Yeah.
So you're only supposed to wear it for like a period of time.
It actually lasts 3 days. So had I taken it on the Wednesday and then, last night I would have been in the clear. I didn't think to take it. And that's where my friend was like so shocked. She's like, if this happens to you all the time, how do you not have a plan?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
But it's only when you are not driving because you are in your car all the time and it doesn't,
it's the
it's
stop
only
and
when,
go traffic.
okay.
And yeah, I don't, so you don't get motion sickness?
No, knock on wood. I don't know. That's one thing that I do. Like, I hate throwing up. If I have to, like, I don't even like to talk about it. Like, I don't
Oh,
want to
that's
do it. I
really,
will
I'm
do.
like a perfect. So I was barfing the entire time at the front seat of her car with my friend driving, and she's like, "Are you throwing up?" I'm like, "Uh huh, uh huh." Like I have mastered it because it's just been such a burden in my life of motion sickness.
Oh
So I've
my
like,
gosh.
I know, like our friends went to BVI, rented a yacht. Like I couldn't go to it because I was like, I'll just be miserable.
Okay. So now the vertigo is like from motion sickness.
Yeah, for
Okay.
nausea, motion sickness, like maybe inner ear.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it obviously is an inner ear issue. I also take Zyrtec every day so that my ears don't get flooded with fluid because of where we live and these eucalyptus trees and everything's always constantly blooming here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So happy Sunday to the both of us.
Yeah, Miss
Gosh.
Hangover and Miss Vertigo coming to you live.
Cheers. Lots of
Oh my
water.
gosh,
Lots of
I
water
didn't even have
today.
a pretty glass. Normally I would have
Yeah.
my
You're
pretty water
standing.
glass.
Yeah. Okay, so
Cheers, my friend.
let's dive into our next little subject of our first car, first job, first concert.
You go first.
Okay, my first car, like that I drove or that I bought.
That you bought.
Okay, so my first car that I bought was a Honda Civic, like the
Yes.
hatchback. I think I bought
That
it for like $1,500.
that and that
Did I
car
know you then?
was, what color was it?
White. And I
How
got into like a 27 car accident on the 427 in when I lived in Toronto. So I had it in Toronto. I drove it to Toronto and it was like Christmas morning or Christmas Eve day or Boxing Day or something. And I was driving downtown to go to work and it was like a full on whiteout and I crashed it,
oh, it was winter.
totaled it. And there was like 30 cars in this accident. I remember that.
Did
That
you
was a
cause the
crazy.
accident? And like
No, I
30
didn't.
people.
Just like out of nowhere, like it was just like snow. And then all of a sudden I saw like a tail light and I crashed and there was already people like crashed in front of me. And then all
Wow.
I could see in my rear view mirror is like transport trucks like spinning out of control. I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And just coming towards me and just pushing me and then pushing me forward. And then
Were
I'm
you by
pushing another car
yourself?
forward.
I
It
could
was
see you
crazy. My car
freak.
was written off. My car was written off.
Well, Honda Civics are tiny too.
Super
It's
tiny.
a cute like girl
Yeah.
car,
It was
or it could
fifteen
be
hundred
anybody
bucks.
car.
Yeah. What was your first car?
Acura Integra, black, with like
Girl, I remember it. Did it have gold on it? Did it have
I
gold?
don't think so. No gold. I don't think so. But Jen and I, our other best friend, crashed it on our way up to Mont Tremblant on a skiing weekend.
Yes, I
We
remember the. Yeah,
Were you
not
at the
really.
party? Like somebody had rented a cabin and we were up there.
No.
You know how we got in the accident? I was
Did you
flipping the
fall off
tape.
a cliff or something? Wasn't it
Yeah,
like off
like
a cliff?
we went down down countryside road, like stopped shy of the river. But it all happened because I was flipping over the tape cassette. No, my friend was flipping over the tape cassette. I was looking down to kind of like help her, but when she looked up, she panicked and I slammed on the brakes. And then we just like did this 360 down the countryside drive,
Okay,
shoulder
first of
bank.
all, this is hilarious that we're both talking about our first car experiences and we both wrote our first cars off in
Yeah, I
accident.
wrote my car off. I was so upset. And then
Oh,
I called my mom to help me, and she was yelling at me. And it's like I nearly just died. Like, so I was 16 when this happened. Like, how old are you?
I was older. I was probably 20. Well, I was 26, I think, 25 when I moved to Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
What was the cassette? What cassette? Okay, let me guess. It was either Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith, or the Rolling Stones.
very close. So it was a mixtape, and all of those people, all of them were on it, but it was a mixtape, and it was actually Fleetwood Mac. And so to
Oh,
this,
girl.
yes, to this
Amazing.
day, when I hear the song,
Oh,
um,
really?
that and yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
reminds me
that's
of the
amazing.
accident because we
Yeah.
managed to flip the tape and hit play.
So it was like you were. I'm not laughing because this is serious, and you guys were hurt, right? Like you were hurt.
No, yeah, Jen had to wear a neck brace,
Oh my gosh.
which is not funny, and it hurt her back. I actually was fine, but we rode off my car and we didn't get to go skiing that weekend.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. All
Girl,
right,
that's a long time ago.
it is.
Okay,
Favorite
first
concert.
job.
Oh my God. Well,
Okay, but first like legal job, like when we're of age, not like
not our illegal job that we used to do.
yeah, yeah, and not me going to work at your dad's restaurant at Italian week, like running down to Preston Hardware to get like a friggin'
An apron.
yes. Oh God.
Oh, what a
No,
memory.
like first real paying job.
Arby's.
That's right.
For like maybe 3 months, and then they closed down the Arby's, and we were
Okay.
laid off.
So they closed it down?
Yeah,
Where was that? Was it in the parking lot? Like, was it in a
it was the
parking lot
parking lot of Loblaws.
in Bell's Corners?
Yeah.
Okay, so both our first jobs were like beside each other.
What was
Like,
yours? Eastside Mario's?
no, Pizza Hut.
Oh, that's right. You used
Yes.
to you used to give us pizzas.
Oh, bad. Remember it was like buffet, and I remember like
Yeah.
all the boys from high school coming in on this
Yes.
Friday night buffet, or was it lunch? Why would I be there at lunchtime? Was I not in high school?
Yeah, really.
I guess they were skipping or something. Anyways, Pizza Hut, Bell's Corners, Arby's in Bell's Corners. Look at us now.
Yep, here we
It's
are
crazy.
doing a podcast.
Okay, so then your first concert.
This is actually a sensitive one. My first concert was Cheap
Okay.
Tricks, but it was supposed to be Aerosmith. But my sister, who's 10 years older than me, snitched me out saying that there'd be too much like drugs and bad things happening.
No.
Um, yeah, bummer.
We're gonna have to do one full episode of concerts and what happened to us at concerts because I know some crazy stuff has happened to you in
Yeah,
concerts, and I've
totally.
had insane experiences at concerts, like
That's right.
nuts,
Let's write
riots
that
and
down.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's write it.
I love that. We have a
Concert whole thing, and
whole
that'll be fun. And we'll actually like listen to some music and stuff, whatever. So your first concert was supposed to be Aerosmith. Holy heck! Did you ever end up seeing them like at any of?
no,
I've
no.
never seen Aerosmith. It's
I
one
know.
band that was
Really?
like, yeah, and they're not never going to tour again.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
yeah, we saw Elton John last year for his final farewell tour, but I'm just
Yes,
not
yes.
sure. I don't know if that's just going to be his farewell because Rolling Stones has had like 10 farewell tours. No, really.
I
No,
know.
yeah, we saw them like, I don't know, 12 years ago, and then all of a sudden they're back touring again. So
Ugh,
you got to give it to, what's his name, Keith Richards and Mick
yeah.
Jagger.
Oh, amazing.
They're not young.
I know. So how was Cheap Trick? Where did you go? The Super X?
I don't even, yes, it was at the exhibition in Ottawa, but I actually don't even remember the concert, to be honest.
I think. I don't know. Yeah, because you would have been. Well, the X had amazing concerts back in the day. Those were that was that's where my first concert was too at the X. I was like, where
What was
was
it?
Whitney Houston?
Oh, that's
And it was like
amazing.
Kenny G opened up and he like walked up the stands and walked right beside me with his clarinet.
That actually, his clarinet and his long, what, didn't he have like this long like gross
Mm,
pony.
mm,
Whitney Houston, like I love her. What like so
yeah,
sad, so
she was
sad.
amazing, amazing, amazing. It was a great concert. I remember dressing up and putting on blue eyeshadow and like lip gloss. I was very young. Like I want to say I was probably 8 or 10, maybe that young.
Really?
I think
I don't
so.
know. Yeah,
I
I
might
was.
have seen the Beach Boys too at the Super X, but I don't remember. 'Cause I think they played there every year.
It feels right. I
Yeah,
vaguely remember that.
yeah.
I think I've
Those are
seen them actually. It's shocking to me the lack of memory I have, like, and the random things that I can remember versus
absolutely.
like I don't remember my first concert. Like I know what it is, but I don't recall being inside the concert.
Yeah. Well, the Cheap Trick at the X would have been outdoor, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, on the lawn that the
Football
Rough Riders.
players. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rough Riders. Exactly.
they're not called the Rough Riders anymore.
Is that not politically correct? Is that why?
Oh, I don't know.
No, they're
They're
called
called
something else. What are they
Red
called?
Blacks now or something. I don't
Red,
follow.
black.
Okay, so
Um,
that's our first car, first job, first whichever. Let's go in. This is a lot of F's. First job, first car. Okay, and now we're going to this week's fines.
yeah,
Our
you have
favorite
one. I've
fines.
never. Tell us about yours. I've never even seen or heard of that.
What?
The one you just showed me.
Oh, my fine this week?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was at Sephora and I was looking for a new always lipstick because I'm just always buying lipsticks. But I found this product. It's called Milk.
Yeah.
So these came in like this little trio. So it's actually a
Cheek.
lip, like
Oh.
a lip and a cheek. So did I just put that on like all over my face?
Bop, bop, like a bingo stamper.
Oh my gosh, that's what it looks like. So it's a
Okay, so
lipstick
I'm
and
gonna.
a little blush, like because I'm always trying to put, me and my rosy cheeks, always the more blush, the better. But I don't know what I look like right now because I took
I'm
my glasses off.
googling
But
it.
and it comes with, so
Hmm.
this one is like two different colors, and then it comes with a highlighter, like a
Oh,
little
I
highlighter.
love that.
Yeah,
You know what I like about that? Because sometimes I put on my lipstick, I put on my blush, I put on my eyeshadow, and they're like two different
shades.
shades. Like, and it doesn't like one's cool, one's warm.
Yes, yes.
So with that, you can just do lip, cheek.
Cheek. Yeah,
That's all I do
I love it. It's a
typically.
great find. So Milk makeup, and they have tons of stuff. Like they had, powders, they have eyes, like shadows, they
Cute.
have other
I'm
stuff
gonna
as well. But I loved their. Anyways, it was pretty good price too for the 3 pack. I think it was $35.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. It's clean beauty, so it's
Okay,
clean. I'm gonna like if you love it, I'm gonna link it to our Amazon store under Live Out Loud for this week's beauty find.
perfect.
Yeah, cool. Thanks
Okay,
for
let's do it.
introducing that. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite find. What is my favorite find?
I
I
know.
might
I
have.
feel like this week was busy with work. I only did, well, I mean, it was Halloween shopping, it was food shopping, and I took a
Yeah,
minute to do a little break of beauty shopping this week.
well, you're ahead of me.
No, I
But
thought
what
you
I
did
was
a good recipe this week. What was your find of, didn't you find something new at Trader Joe's or something? Did you send me something?
oh gosh. Honestly, I can't even remember what happened yesterday, so I'll have to look it up. I'm just drawing all sorts of blanks.
That's okay.
But what was I going to say to you? Oh, one thing I actually found this week. So randomly, a friend from like my past, like 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years ago. She said I should
Well,
go to
there's your
this.
find right now that you found a
The
friend from
friend.
15 years
Well,
ago.
it's all related. So she sent me this link to go to this women's conference. It's like a entrepreneur, women empowerment, like spiritual conference, and it's led by Kathy Heller,
Okay.
who I actually don't know, but apparently she has a huge following, amazing podcast. And so I did start listening to her podcast because I'm also going to meet her in a week and a half at her
I love it.
conference. Yeah, so
Okay.
that is mine. So Kathy Heller, look up her podcast.
Okay.
What she talks about is basically empowerment, getting over shame or embarrassment. Like if you want to do,
Important.
yeah, like if you want to do something in life, our brain is designed to protect us and to like keep us away from danger or failure or hurt. And so she's talking about like figure out that awareness, and then the next step is to like act on it. So like
Okay.
even this podcast, for example, you've led the charge on this. I had some imposter syndrome thinking like people don't want to listen to us. People don't care about our lipstick or our, but I actually, that's the imposter. And when I worked through it, people care because they want to feel connection.
They do.
They want to
Uh,
know the beauty find. They want to hear that, we're struggling as well with hangovers and vertigo.
well, absolutely. And we talked about that too, like personally, you know what I mean? It's like, not seeing, everyone just sees the polished everything, right? Like you were saying, we're on social media all the time and everyone just looks so perfect and their life's all put together and whatever else. And we're not seeing the struggles, and we're not seeing, that's a whole episode that we're going to do, that we're going to touch base on. So I definitely want to follow that lady. So thank you
Yeah.
for amazing
Yeah,
comment.
so her podcast, and then yeah, just to your point, like we're seeing the polish, like we need to see the raw too and the process.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Michael Jordan didn't become who he is because of like once a week practices. Like,
Of
it,
course.
it was ugly, it was dirty. Like, sure, he landed on his head when he was doing those slam dunks,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
eventually he perfected it and is the icon that he is now.
I love it. That's our love.
Are
We're
we
going
going
to
to
do
do
this
this?
today.
There's a dog.
Yay! Girl, that's it. That's our podcast for today.
Yeah, that was easy.
Thanks for joining us.
It's
Until the
good
next
timing on
time.
my dog. Okay,
Talk to you
Roma.
later.
All right. Bye,
Bye,
love.
girl.